Hey crypto bros, Pulsechain has finally launched. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna take a look at the ordinals. We're gonna talk about a new emerging development that's happening on Bitcoin. I think you want to keep an eye on, so stick around till the end of the video. But let's go ahead and get started with Pulsechain. Finally, it's been 2 years in the making since the sacrifice phase. Richard came true to his promise, and we have Pulsechain, a fork of Ethereum, and its basic hard state and all the coins that come with it. So if you want to interact with Pulsechain, all you have to do is just go to pulsechain.com, add the Pulse settings to MetaMask by just clicking this button here. It'll go ahead and add the RPC URL settings, and you can start interacting with Pulsechain. Now, if you go to PulseX, you can see that if you put in one PulseX, it's worth 0.008 hex. Now, assuming that, again, based off of this, that the hex price currently is sitting around 0.03 cents. Okay, so it's sitting around the 3-cent area. Now, if you make some basic calculation here, PLS gives you 0.0084. So if you were to take that, right, 0.0084 times the price of hex, now assuming that hex is worth 3 cents on Pulsechain, that would give you 0.0025241 Pulsechain. So that's basically what this is estimate. Again, a lot of people are estimating it based off of this. So again, Ivan on Tech, same exact thing. This is just paper prices. We don't know the exact price of this. We're gonna have to wait for the bridge to open, and we'll get an idea of where these prices are at that moment. Pulsechain is live. Zen is going to be live on Pulsechain in almost 9 hours, or less than 9 hours, guys. So you're going to want to interact with this, start minting. All you're going to have to do in order to mint Zen. So once you go in here, you can start minting some Zen NFTs or vanilla mints. You can just go to ZenFT and you can start minting, click on mint, and you're just going to pay the Pulsechain gas fees. That's all you have to do to participate in the ZenFTs on Zen Network, guys. You want to start building your ladders. That way you get your top rank overall as a beginner, first mover. Now, this is not financial advice. I think Zen will do very well on Pulsechain, because a lot of people are going to come into this early on and they're going to start minting. You're going to see Phoenix. It's going to launch on Pulsechain and it's going to make Zen more deflationary. We're going to have DB Zen as well too, hopefully on there. So Zen is going to become more deflationary on Pulsechain, just like it did on other networks. Phoenix did launch on Ethereum. So if you want to start building your ladders, Phoenix is like Hex, but on a Zen ecosystem, and it rewards you to be staking at a higher time frame. Let's move on to ordinals and what's happening there. A lot of development are happening. We talked about this in the previous videos, saying that there's going to be a lot of development that comes into Bitcoin. We're seeing that with Alex. What is Alex? Well, Alex is basically the DEX on Bitcoin. Now, this allows you to have a more seamless process of trading BRC20s, and it's bringing in a lot of liquidity to a lot of these BRC20s. So the whole point of this is that Alex is actually built on top of Stacks. Now, Stacks is the layer chain on top of Bitcoin. Just like how we have Polygon and all these other layer chains on top of Ethereum, we have Stack layer solution on top of Bitcoin. A lot of the development is going to happen pretty quick on Bitcoin because we already have a blueprint in regards to the foundation of Ethereum. Okay, what would we do, right? We built DEX tools, we built yield generating protocols, we have NFTs, we have liquidity pools, all these great things that are we doing on Ethereum that are going to migrate over to Bitcoin. We already have a blueprint. We already have a foundation. We have layer chains on Ethereum. Let's do layer chains on Bitcoin. We have DEXs on Ethereum. Let's do it on Bitcoin. So we already know what we need to do. That's why the development on Bitcoin is going to happen so quick overall. Now, the usability of BRC20 so far on Bitcoin has been very, very bad overall, because sometimes the mints don't go through. You're going to have to pay miners a high fee in order to get your mint to go through. Even the transfers, sometimes they get lost. So it's been a hectic process. And with that being said, it's very difficult to bring in user adoption, especially with Bitcoin not being able to scale. But with Stacks, building a layer on top of Bitcoin, just like how you have Polygon, building on top of Ethereum and bringing in scalability, we're going to see Stack bring scalability to Bitcoin so you can interact with BRC20 contracts. Now, the only thing, in order for you to interact with BRC20s with Alexa Lab, you're going to have the Hero wallet, guys. So again, another wallet. I know there's so many wallets out there, but once you have the Hero wallet, you're going to fund it with stacks, and then you're going to be trading stacks for a lot of these BRC20 meme coins that are out there. As you can see, there's tons of them out there. But again, we're going to move away from meme coins, and we're going to have actual utility of BRC20s and utility on Bitcoin. We saw miner fees go up substantially. I think we're going to need a lot more layers, just like we have Avalanche and we have Polygon, we have Moonbeam, we have Phantom on Ethereum. We're going to start to see the foundation being built on Bitcoin. It's going to go a lot quicker. Apply risk management, because a lot of these tools are brand new, so they can have hiccups overall. So just be careful with that. I've spent a lot of money on this ordinals, and it didn't go smoothly as I would have thought. Again, the mints and transfers probably didn't go through as I would have liked, but it is what it is in terms of that. The development is continuing to happen on Bitcoin, and why not? Why not, guys? One thing that's coming out of this is that we're seeing some of the Bitcoin community is not too happy overall what's happening with Bitcoin and how BRC20s have been clogging up and spamming the Bitcoin network. And some of the core developers are coming out and saying, look, we want to distinguish Taproot away from Bitcoin. Bitcoin was meant to have a secure network, and by spamming the network with meme coins is making it unsecure. And they've even tried coming out and saying we're gonna ban Taproot, the ability to inscribe onto the Bitcoin blockchain, and we don't want this type of activity there. So there's a lot of consensus problems happening within the Bitcoin community at the moment in regards to BRC20s. However, I don't think that this will actually go through, because a lot of the people in the community are for BRC20. They're for having smart contracts on Bitcoin, bringing in more utility, more adoption to coin. Just like we had with Ethereum, it took us 7 years to bring all these tools and cool things that we can play with. In regards to DeFi, you're going to see a lot of this quickly happen to Bitcoin, and some of the people in the Bitcoin community are not for this user adoption of smart contracts. So there is going to be a little bit of a fighting that's going to be happening in the community to move away from this Taproot capabilities. But I think it's here to stay. I think this is what Bitcoin was meant for overall. It's decentralized. Let the open market decide what it wants to do. If it wants to trade meme coins, let it basically trade meme coins. Why not? Why not trade meme coins? Let them do whatever they want. We just have to continue developing. We have to continue scaling, finding solutions to the things that people want to do. You don't just usher out people and say, no, we're not going to have this in our community. We don't want to do this, guys. Development, I think, at the end of the day, wins. And I think that's what's important, is that we continue to move forward in regards to the development of the coin community. And I think we're going to start to see that overall. If not, then what could be happening is that Bitcoin can fork at the end of the day. We saw sometimes the consensus hasn't been reached within the Bitcoin community, and we saw that with Bitcoin Cash. We saw that with Bitcoin Satoshi's vision. A lot of this that's happening here is that a small minority of the community are not for Taproot and are not for inscriptions of smart contracts on Bitcoin. We're seeing a new market emerge, which is SRC20. Now, SRC is a little bit different protocol than BRC20. However, it does settle on the Bitcoin blockchain with UTXOs. So it's very hard coded into the actual UTXO, and it's called stamps. It does the same exact thing where it brings smart contracts into the Bitcoin blockchain, but it does it in a different way, where BRC20 can actually be negated and removed overall. With SRC20, you can't, as it's hard coded into the actual UTXO. So to see what's happening with stamps, this is a new market that's emerging. You can go to stamp src.github.io, And you can see meme coins are being generated on this market. This is a different protocol than BRC20. So this is something you want to essentially keep an eye on. A lot of development is happening out there, guys. We got Pulsechain, we got Zen, we got BRC20s, we got SRC20s now. So there's so much to basically wrap your head around. However, stay level-headed, stay focused on the bigger picture here. These things are meme coins. Bigger things are going to come out of it. So just at the end of the day, always apply risk management. And remember, capital management is the most key important thing that you can do overall in sustaining yourself in this market. I'll leave you off with this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. As always, stay profitable.